would I be the asshole if I tell my sister that our other sister had an affair with her husband?
If I tell my other sister. I'd say no. If my family ever hid the fact that like my partner is cheating on me and they knew that was going down and they didn't tell me and let me be oblivious and hurt for the rest of my relationship, I would cut them out so fast. So save your sister from a shitty marriage and shitty relationship and tell them and free them. So I'm going to go not the asshole for this one.
Fair enough.
Yeah, same. I'd like to know if I were the wife in this situation.
All right. So I, 29 female, have two sisters, Jess, 22 female, and Lina? Sure. And Lina.
How's it spelled?
Lina.
Lena?
Maybe Lena.
I thought Lena was with an E, though.
It is, but you know how people spell things weird.
Fair enough.
If it's like, if they're Angelina, if their name is Angelina, and then
you know how people spell
Lena.
Sean, S-E-A-N.
Yeah.
No, that's the correct way. Actually, that's the fucking correct way. Watch your fucking tone, Josh.
So I have two sisters, Jess, 32 female, and Lena, 34 female. Jess and Lena used to live in the same small town about 12 hours away from me, my brother, and our parents. Then Jess moved here for a better job opportunity and for more help with my niece, Amy, 12. Jess hasn't even been in town for 3 months yet, and the last week she went and dropped a terrible fucking bombshell on us. Jess spent a year fucking Lena's husband, Jeff, and they even had a miscarriage together in that time. Yeah.
Did they say how old the husband was, Jeff?
This motherfucker's like Sean Rule.
I don't know.
I mean, she's 21, or she was 22, so she was 21 when she was fucking this dude. You gotta imagine he's around the same age as Lena.
They're all 30s.
Oh wait,
so
wait, how old is Jess?
Jess is 32. Lena's 34. So they're well above the Sean. The Sean rule doesn't come into play.
I thought you said 22 earlier. I thought you said 22.
Sorry. Maybe 32. I did, but yeah, it's 30s. Sorry. OP's 29. I guess maybe that was where you got that.
Maybe, yeah.
So anyway, terrible either way.
Yeah, bad.
Lena has absolutely no idea. Jess brought all of us, me, my parents, my husband, and my brother, involuntarily into her shit show by just breaking down and dumping this all on us in tears after sending Amy off to play. Apparently, she was too guilty to live with herself without getting it off her chest somehow. The family is going nuts trying to decide what to do now. We urged Jess to come clean herself to Lena, but she flatly refused, saying that Lena is her best friend and she loves her too much to lose her friendship.
Do you?
Should have fucked her husband.
Do you really? Is she your best friend? I don't know.
And also that she feels it will break Lena's heart and destroy her family.
So why did you fuck her husband?
That's a great
question. This isn't like a one-time.
For a year. Y'all almost had a baby together.
Crazy.
Yeah.
This is my best friend.
Jesus.
I love Lena. I don't want to break up her family.
Lena and Jeff have 4 kids together. My niece and nephews ranging from age 18 to 10.
They're old enough for a divorce. I hate to say it, that's, best.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no right age for divorce. You know what I'm saying? But they'll understand at that point.
I'm also trying to do the math. She would have been very young when their first one was born. Now that I'm thinking about it, 18. She's 34.
That's quick math.
Someone's gonna do that. Yeah, nope.
I think that's 18, right? Yeah. So maybe the Sean rule plays a part, but we don't know how old Jeff is.
Well, we don't know how long they've been.
Yeah, exactly. So
we're just saying like it's probably the past year, right?
Who knows?
Or they didn't really say.
Yeah, I didn't say.
Oh, so this could have been at any point in the last 18 years.
Any point, yeah.
That's crazy.
So a big part of me feels like Lena deserves to know no matter what, but 2 things are really giving me pause. 1, the kids, and 2, Lena's feelings. The kids love their dad, love their house, love their land. They'd be ripped away from all of those things in a divorce, would they not? And I worry a lot about how Lena would cope if she knew. Lena has been such a devoted wife to Jeff, and she does consider Jess to be her best friend. It feels cruel to shatter her like this. Jess is pretty much dead to me over this, so is Jeff. I don't really know what to do, and I'm very torn. I just want to know what's best for Lena and the kids. Should I speak up since Jess won't, or not? I know infidelity is a sore subject when it comes to whether or not I should speak up. I need help. would I be the asshole?
Here's
No.
what you do. I got it. It's planned out.
Okay.
What you do
Talk to him,
is
Sean.
you have a conversation with Jess. And while you're on having that conversation with Jess, you accidentally call Lena. All right. You got Lena on the phone. You're talking to Jess about it, being like, you got to tell Lena. This is so fucked. And then she'll be like, I can't. She's my best friend. And Jeff, it was just a mistake with Jeff.
It was
and
just a
boom.
1 year mistake.
Yeah. Just a mistake for 365 days.
Over and over
yeah.
again.
Yeah. Over nonstop. Okay. Yeah. Look, you're obviously not the asshole if you tell. In my opinion, because I would want to know. But look, okay, your two concerns. The 18-year-old, they could sell him the house, actually. And then, boom, they don't have to get rid of the land.
Wow.
Also, kids are 10 to 18. Not saying that there's ever a right age for kids to get divorced or to experience having their parents get divorced. But like, there's 4 of them. They could figure it out. And plus, they'd rather the divorce happen than be stuck in being in the shadow of lies and things like that. Or at least I would. If my dad was a piece of shit, I'd want to know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it sucks because it's messy. People are gonna get hurt. There's nothing you could do about it. But keeping Lena oblivious, I don't think is the correct answer.
Yeah, I agree. Sean said everything that needed to be said already. I do hate a backstabbing bitch. 2 backstabbing motherfuckers, even worse. I'd rather lose out on things, especially like supposedly this marriage. If Jeff really respected like the sanctity of marriage, he should have never done that. And knowing that you were doing it with supposedly your wife's best friend, and both of them knowingly doing it to each other. And that's just fucked up. Those are supposed to be the 2 people that you trust the most in your life. And for them to be able to do that to you, those are not the type of people you want surrounding you. So cut that out. Yes, it is going to be painful. There is going to be a lot of self-reflecting. You're probably going to question yourself, like, what did I do to deserve this? Is it my fault? Absolutely not. They're just 2 horrible people who just happen to get together. Yes, divorce is going to be messy. Figuring things out is going to be messy. But at least you're doing it now, and you still have a whole life ahead of you. Still have a whole life ahead with your kids, and they deserve to know that their father and their aunt, right?
Yeah,
is a piece of shit,
gross.
And that you should never surround yourself with those type of families. So, hoping if you ever hear about this, hope that you're in a better place, and hopefully those 2 people are completely out of your life.
Yes, I agree with everything you guys said. Reddit team, not the asshole as well. If OP was to tell, and it comes along with an update here. So OP goes on to say, I had to go to work and then bed after posting, but I've done my best to read as many of these posts as possible. I really appreciate everyone who gave their perspective and advice. The folks who'd been cheated on personally were especially eye-opening. I'd asked myself 100 times in the past week whether I should tell Lena just because I would want to know if it were me. Lena is honestly the most forgiving and timid of the 3 of us. Always has been. And when we were growing up, she'd get called a doormat. I would definitely want to know, but part of me truly worries that Lena won't thank us for this. It was an overwhelming response that showed me there's likely only one right answer, as painful as it's going to be. What pushed me to my decision were 2 things. 1, I don't want to be seen as siding with Jess instead of Lena in Lena's eyes when she finds out. I want it to be from people who love her instead of her feeling betrayed, thinking she has no one on her side. And 2nd, the people pointing out that she's currently potentially vulnerable to STDs. I know my asshole sister is clean, but I don't know about Jeff. And honestly, I've been so shocked over the situation that it didn't occur to me that he might be even a bigger piece of shit and could be sleeping with other people. That was the final push.
Damn.
Yeah. I didn't think about that either.
Yeah.
That was the final push. I don't want to hurt Lena, but I'd rather she never talk to me again than hold her hand after herpes diagnosis or while she has cervical cancer. Fuck that. I'm meeting up with my parents and my brother on Sunday morning, and we're going to have a big talk about how to handle the situation. My dad isn't going to be happy because he's terrified of the fallout, how the fallout will affect Lena and the kids when she knows, but ultimately Lena being safe matters more. I'm going to lead with the suggestion of forcing Jess's hand and making her confess that this is her fault. We don't want to tip Jeff off so he can't try to weasel his way out with lies first. And honestly, the logistics of getting Lena in person are going to be hard, but we'll pull together and see what we can do. I'm definitely not suggesting the Zoom call. I know those suggestions were well-meaning, but if my family did that to me, I'd die of shame, so we're going to pass on that. My goal is to have us make a plan and where we deliver a watertight ultimatum with a short deadline to Jess and then focus on what we can possibly do for Lena once she knows. If Jess refuses to fess up by the deadline, it'll probably be me and my mom telling Lena, in which case, wish me luck. Thanks again for the help, and I'll try to update again when I have significant news. So,
I think Jess for sure wants Lena to know.
Yes.
Sounds like, yeah.
She's just too much of a coward to do it herself.
Yeah.
True.
Well, I mean, obviously a coward. Only a coward would do this to their sister. So, yeah. I mean, I think this is a great plan. I hope, Lena sees it as a good thing eventually that you told them. I'm sure she will be hurt and upset at first, but even if she
perfectly normal response.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And even if she gets mad at you initially, I have a feeling she'll come around and be like,
yeah,
it's not their fault.
Get therapy.
I'm not ready.
Get therapy.